President Zelensky visits his troops after retaking thousands of square miles of territory from Russian forces. And President Zelensky says Ukrainian forces have retaken more than 3,000 square miles of territory in the east of the country. Moscow confirmed it had withdrawn from some key towns, saying the retreat would allow its troops to regroup. Russia still holds around a fifth of Ukraine, but President Zelensky has vowed to drive all Russian forces out of the country. So, how surprising is his counter-offensive? Well, our international editor, Jeremy Bowen, is here with his analysis. Jeremy.
Thank you, Clive. Well, Russia has suffered a serious defeat. This is Ukraine's biggest victory since they stopped the Russians at the gates of Kiev back in March. At the beginning of this month, the red area was occupied by Russia, and this is how it looks now. Ukraine has recaptured an area around 4 times the size of Greater London. The Ukrainians have shown that they can mount an agile, well-planned offensive. Now, it started with deception in the south. Ukrainian forces shelled important bridges, positioned soldiers, and talked about attacking along the Black Sea coast. The Russians took the bait, moving some of their best units into the area. So Ukraine sacrificed one military virtue, surprise, to gain it in the far north. When they attacked near Kharkiv, thin Russian defenses broke. You can see from the amount of equipment that they abandoned that it was a rout, not a fighting retreat, or as the Kremlin claimed, a redeployment. More evidence of low morale. It was also another Russian intelligence failure. They were taken by surprise. In contrast, NATO, especially the US, has given Ukraine the edge in intelligence, with real-time information and the weapons to exploit it. Satellite-guided missiles have destroyed distant Russian command centers and supply dumps, eroding Russia's already inadequate capacity to run the war. Ukraine's President Zelensky has been touring some of the recaptured territory. He needed a victory to show less hawkish NATO allies that new Western weapons might even win the war. He wants more of them, and soon. Russia still occupies around 20% of the country, including areas it seized in 2014, circled here in black. President Putin will not consider himself beaten. He will try to hit back hard. He might issue more nuclear threats, which it would be foolish to ignore. On the front lines, it looks as if the Russians are not clear what they're fighting for. Ukrainians have no doubts. For them, it's all about national survival.